Hey guys, how's it going? So, I just wanted to do. Ooh, let's turn that off. I'll suffer the heat for you. So, I wanted to talk about whether or not you should get your kid a Grand Marquis. Ooh, is it? Alright, so, yeah, it's a pretty outdated car. This one's a 1997. I mean, it's only got like 200 something, 215 horsepower, if I'm lucky. And yeah, that's really not very much, especially since it's a 4.6 liter V8. That's kind of abysmal these days. And the fuel economy is pretty bad. Like I get 18 average, which is actually what 18? I'm surprised, to be honest. That's shocking. But like it is very comfortable. Although if you go on like really bumpy roads, like it's kind of nauseating, not gonna lie. I got nauseous because of like the bouncing. Like it's ridiculous, this air suspension. This one does have the performance and handling package, so it has a dual exhaust and a sporty suspension. I don't really feel inclined to go very fast in this car, which is actually a really good point that I wanted to bring up. This car really made me appreciate driving slowly. And I know that, let me explain. This car, like when you drive it to the limits, it doesn't feel very rewarding or confidence inspiring at all. And normally that would be a bad thing, but as a result, like my driving style has become way more lax and just a lot safer and a lot more controlled, composed. Like you could fall asleep as the passenger in my car as long as I'm not doing some crap that I did like earlier in the video. But that's really how I feel. Like the Grand Marquis molds you into like driving like an old man. Or rather a very controlled and composed driver, which is why I think that maybe it wouldn't be such a bad thing to have. Ooh, I'm going 10 miles over the limit. It wouldn't be such a bad thing to have everyone start out with Grand Marquis. And I mean, hey, like there's plenty of room for your friends. It's actually a 6-passenger car, not a 5, which is probably pretty dangerous. So I don't recommend like using the 6th seat, which is like because like the front's a bench. But like it's actually pretty classy looking. It's comfortable. It's reliable if you stay on top of it. So in other words, it's not that reliable for me because I don't really stay on top of it. But I mean, like, what? It goes, like, it's got like some pretty decent torque. Like, what more do you want? Like, it's pretty solid. Also, something great about this car, there's a lot of airspace, tons of it. The trunk is huge, so much airspace. And what that means is that you can get some pretty banging audio in this car. Like, really banging audio. Like, it's pretty surprising. There's only 4 speakers in here, and it kind of sounds like my friend's like brand new Infiniti Q50, which is pretty awesome for a 1997. And I put a few $100 in it, just put in a head unit, put in a couple of speakers, and the speakers just plug and play. Like the easiest installation I've ever seen in my life. So what more could you want, really? And it's a cheap car. They're around, and you know what, like, you don't want to make people jealous, right? So nobody's going to be jealous of you. Like, your friends won't come key your car unless you're an asshole. So, you assholes, don't buy Grand Marquis. Don't do it. But yeah, also, it's a cop repellent. So if you do illegal shit, definitely buy this car. Like, cops, like, they'll just see this car and they'll just be like, oh, the elderly man's taking a stroll again. Actually, maybe he'll come chase you, because I've learned elderly drivers are, But yeah, I just wanted to share my feelings, because as a recent teenager myself, I have to admit I was really disenchanted when I saw that I was going to be driving this car. As a car enthusiast, like, I was like, come on, like, let me get like an Impreza or some shit, like, not this. I was like thinking like, hey, Miata or Mustang or something, like, but this, like, and he paid like $5,000 for it. That made me really mad, because like $5,000, like, you can get some really cool cars. But you know what, I am grateful for it, and I'm grateful for how it shaped my driving. And it's pretty fantastic to have like the ability to drive like a sane human being as a result of the car you drove, like that's pretty decent. Because my friends, like, I'll admit, they drive really recklessly. And I'm not sure if it's because, like, they're just going to be reckless in any car, which they might. Who knows? But I definitely have to say that if I was driving something other than the Grand Marquis, I'd probably be going way faster. Like, and I wouldn't be comfortable going this slow. But you know what? Like, at night, I purposely go slow, and I just put the windows down, and I just relax, and I meditate. This car is like a meditation, like, zone, It's really comforting. Really comforting. And it's a very comfortable ride, too. Like, there's a friggin' couch. Although, like, there are a few gripes. Like, if I take a turn a little too hard, I actually have to, like, grab onto the seat. Otherwise, I'll slide. And my friends do slide if I ever take hard turns. But I mean, like, I'm a lax driver. Like, you don't see me doing some crazy stuff right now. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope I've inspired you to consider getting a 1997 Grand Marquis. If you want to buy mine, that would be cool. I'm just kidding. I'm probably not going to sell it. But yeah, have a good one. Good luck choosing your first car, guys.